Hello, my gorgeous water signs. Welcome to Knowing Woman Tarot. I am Kendra B, and I'm here to do your tarot reading, your intuitive tarot reading for my water signs, which would be Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Now, let me go ahead and apologize because I know I don't be on time, y'all. I just be doing this shit randomly and sporadically as I feel so inclined to do. Because quite honestly, it takes a lot of energy for me to channel messages for the collective. Every time I've thought about doing it this week, I've gotten a giant headache. Like it's just been pressing upon me. So my apologies, but not really. Sorry, not sorry. So let's just go with the flow and be where we're supposed to be and do what we're supposed to do. Okay? Again, I'm Kendra B. This is Knowing Woman Tarot, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this reading is gonna just be for the first half of November. Okay, we'll just call it like that. But in reality, it is timeless. And also, if you have any major planets in any of these water signs, this video may resonate with you. All right, so let me just introduce one of my favorite water signs. This is my dad, Mr. Harry Truman Bailey, whose birthday is November 21st. He's the last of the Scorpios, almost Sagittarius, but we're giving honor unto him in the month of November. So let's go ahead and get into it. I got some intuitive hits before I started the video, so I do want to share that with you. The first thing being a stone that came to me for you guys. I'm getting this sense that you guys are being pushed emotionally this month of November. And the stone that I would recommend for you guys right now is Aquamarine. If you're not familiar with Aquamarine, it's a beautiful bluish green stone, and it's great for travels over water. It's great for communication, openness, and I do feel like those are attributes that you guys are going to need this month, okay? There is something, and this is all intuitive. I haven't pulled any cards yet, even in a pre-shuffle. But what I've been getting intuitively is that there is a lot of focus around family. And for a lot of you water signs out there, it's feeling very emotionally taxing, okay? Some of you want to fall back into your old pattern of abandonment. You may have a fear of abandonment, and you may be people-pleasing within your family, and you're finding it hard to speak up. So again, that's the beauty of this aquamarine stone, is that it is going to empower you to use your voice. It's great for the throat chakra, okay? So like I said, you may be feeling the need to kind of abandon the scene and flee the scene because of some family situation that you may be going through. It just feels like there's some discord within your family, and your first mind, your kind of monkey mind, is telling you, I should get the fuck away from here. But Spirit is asking you to do something different. Spirit is asking you to speak up. Spirit is asking you to stand in your truth and trust that you can be your full authentic self, without people pleasing, and without biting your tongue, and without always feeling like your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts do not matter, okay? So that's what I was getting. I want to go ahead and start this reading. I want to take a moment to thank our ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, angels, any divine loving being that resonates with our divine loving beingness. And we thank you for being here, and we ask that you use me as a channel right now for our glorious water sign collective. That would be Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. All right, are y'all ready? Let's get started. So I'm going to be using 3 decks today. The first one is going to be Liminal Spirit Oracle. I like to start off the deck with kind of a animal, or, you know, just kind of a general oracle card to see where we're going. Our second deck is going to be Deviant Moon Tarot. This is my little book. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's a little bright. I don't have the box that it came in, but gorgeous, gorgeous, fun little deck. Very small book. Love that. And then, of course, I always end my readings with Work Your Light Oracle. Work Your Light. Rebecca Campbell. All right, I'll probably list those in the description box below if you would like to purchase those. All right, so let's start off with our liminal spirits. I feel like some of you may have some nervousness with public speaking as well. It's just a lot of throat chakra energy coming up for you guys right now. But the message that I'm getting is fear not. Be brave. Push forward and do something different. But let's see what these cards got to say for us today. Let's get an overall message for our beautiful and lovely water sign collective. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, water signs. What messages do we have for those little water signs? Ooh, there we go. We got the snake out on the board here in Scorpio season. Serpentine. I love that. There's a transformation that is beckoning you, water signs. There's something new that wants to be born, but you got to walk through that scary, fiery pit of transformation that looks a lot like death. And spiritually speaking, it is a death. There's something that wants to die within you. And again, like I said, I feel like it's a people-pleasing spirit. And for some of you, a fear of abandonment or kind of this knee-jerk reaction to abandoned situations without really letting your voice be heard. All right, I'm going to read a little bit from our Liminal Spirits Guide and just see what it has to say about this gorgeous snake. I'm getting rebirth. I also was getting pregnancy when I was doing my meditation. I feel like I'm not going to say a lot. I do feel like there's a specific message for someone who's pregnant, and it may have taken a long time for you to conceive and you have some fears about it. Find someone to talk to. You're not by yourself. Motherhood is hard. Pregnancy is hard. So don't feel like you're not doing a good job because you have reservations or fears. It's completely normal. All right, the snake and humanity have been linked by myth and since ancient times. While most people are familiar with the story of Eve succumbing to the persuasive charms of a damning serpent in the Garden of Eden, there are myths all over the world linking the snake with the creation of the world and being a true bringer of wisdom. I think of the snake as the archetype of human living. I think of the snake as the archetype of survival on planet Earth. Let's keep going. The snake reveals to us mysteries of death, rebirth, healing, and transformation. The messages are bearing wisdom and insight. It's heading your way. Heed the words you hear, even if they make you uncomfortable. Okay, uncomfortable conversations, guys. Something new and exciting is coming your way. But first you have to walk through that scary, fiery pit of transformation. It's a good thing, I'm telling you. A cycle that keeps repeating itself must be examined. Ask yourself, is this a healthy pattern or something that must be broken? Be careful not to let fear or insecurity overtake you. Just because you don't understand something doesn't make it wrong. So we got a judgmental spirit up in the house for some of you. I'm getting this vision of a family, someone living in a household where there's a lot of personalities, a lot of dynamics, and it feels like if you would sit down your judgment for this person for just 1 second, I'm getting parents, if you could stop the judgment for just 1 second and see them as a person, you're going to get a wealth of understanding not only about that person, but also about yourself. I'm sorry for the table shaking, guys. I'm using this new tabletop ring light, and I move my hands a lot, so I'm sorry if it looks a little shaky. I'll try to contain myself. All right, so let's get some cards on the side of this bad boy here. See if we can get this message a little bit clearer. We're going to go ahead and go to the Deviant Moon deck. Let's get a card for the left and right of the snake. Let's get a card for the left and right of the snake for our beautiful water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. There they are. Wow. We got the King of Swords on one side and the Emperor on the other. Whew. I'm feeling like y'all are stuck between some very powerful energies, okay? It could be your parents. It could be, it just feels like a power dynamic that you feel like you cannot compete with, okay? But when I look at these cards together, I'm getting a sense of control. When I look at this King of Swords, I'm seeing a judgmental character. I'm seeing someone who is very harsh with their words. And the King of Swords, by the way, is not an inherently bad card. It's not. It's not even in reverse. But this is what I'm getting from this king. He wants complete authority over the situation. He wants complete control. And then on the other side, you have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is a little bit higher up on the food chain than the king, okay? So when we're leaving this king energy, I'm literally seeing a transformation from control into a more protective energy, if that makes sense. And with this Emperor energy, I'm feeling like it's less codependent. It's less codependent and more about allowing others to just be who they are. But first you have to see them. First you have to allow them to see, to be their full authentic self. And I'm getting the word vulnerability. A lot of you aren't very comfortable with vulnerability either in yourself or others. And if you're not comfortable with it in yourself, you're damn sure not going to be comfortable with it in someone else. I just got a vision of someone crying and you kind of looking at them like they're weak, or it just makes you want to look away or run away, and like you don't know how to deal with all these emotions. I'm just going to read a snippet. Let's go ahead and get it clear. That's my intuitive, interpretation. But let's see what the books say, Chad. Let me see what the books say. King of Swords. A mighty king stands with a soldier from his army. He imposes his strong will on those around him and leads with stern determination. The upright meaning is using one's willpower to an end, controlling leadership, determination, discipline, lawmaker, logical. Exactly what I just said. Now let's juxtapose that to the Emperor. Let's see what the Emperor is talking about. When I see the Emperor, I just see somebody that's for the people. It's not this society built on capitalism and control and this power dynamic that we have to keep in place. The Emperor is the best type of manager you could possibly imagine. This is someone who sees the strengths and weaknesses of the people around him. He does not judge these people for their weaknesses. What he does is build up the strengths. That's the message. I just read a tweet from Little Duval, who I love. Love me some Little Duval. He's a Gemini, and he's totally a little drunken guru. I love him so much. Well, in his case, high guru. But it said, when you're on the road, and I'm paraphrasing, when you're on the road to transformation, don't focus on your strengths. Focus on your weaknesses. And basically what he was saying is acknowledge your weaknesses and learn how to turn those into strengths, because your strengths is going to be there, right? Your strengths are going to be there. So focus on your weaknesses. And what I love about that tweet is that when you focus on your weaknesses, and you can actually interchange the word weakness with shadow. When you focus on your shadow, you're not only giving yourself permission to fall short and to have flaws, now you're opening yourself up to see that it's okay for other people to be that way. Nobody is holding you to this perfect standard of always having to do and be and say the right thing. Emperor. Dominating all that is around him, the emperor sits with confidence. Although pleased with his achievements, he looks towards other areas of conquest. Upright meaning, strong male figure, leadership, accomplishment, and ambition. So yeah, exactly what I just said. I love that. I'll pull a couple of more cards for this overall message. There's a lot of learning that's going to happen for you guys right now if you allow it, water signs. These people who are around you in your family, they're there to teach you something. And because they're making you uncomfortable, you're getting the urge to flee the scene. But I would implore, is that a word? I would just ask that you just settle in, sit, and dialogue. All right, so we got 3 cards here on the side of the Emperor. We got the 9 of Wands. There it is. Ooh, there it is. You're scared. You're scared. But you feel like if you say something, it's going to blow everything up in your face. I just want you to see the cards. Can you see this? This is the 9 of Wands. He's sad. He's sitting. He sees no way out of his situation. He's moping. But he doesn't understand that the way is already paved for him. You just got to get out of that mindset of, it feels like a mindset of a little child. This is someone's inner child who's been conditioned to feel like something is going to be this way all the time. But you have power now. And the power is in your voice, water signs. And then we got the four Pentacles. And he is being dragged to hell, holding on to all his pentacles. And I see that as some stubbornness. You know, it's like you're clinging to this way of being, and it's not bringing you any kind of happiness. It's only making the depression and the anxiety worse. If that don't look like depression and anxiety, what do? You're afraid to step up and be this emperor, but it's within you, water signs. It is within you. And I feel like the doorway into this emperorship is through your family and through the challenging relationships in your life. All right, so what do we got going for these water signs today? What do we got going for the water signs, huh? Give me some crowning energy for the water signs. Give me some crowning energy for the water signs. Crowning energy for the water signs. Crowning energy. Crowning energy. You guys are finding it really hard to be positive right now. There's that discord again. I'm gonna stop showing you these because the glare is so bright. But that's the 5 of Cups. And basically with the 5 of Cups, there's this long-standing relationship. There's 3 cups that have spilled onto the ground, but then there's 2 left standing. And the only way you can salvage those 2 cups is if you do something different. And your saving grace for you this month, water signs, is that you are absolutely ready to do something different. You know that you can't keep going this way. You know you can't keep doing this. But what's crossing you? What's the challenge? What's the challenge for my water signs? What's the challenge for my water signs? The Ace of Wands. It's hard to start. It's hard to start fresh with new energy. It's like you have it in your mind that you want to do something different, but it's almost like you have to take that energy and push it from the mental sector down, because right, we got the mental sector here going down into the throat, the voice, and then going down into the heart. And the lower you go, the more grounded you're going to become in yourself. So I'm seeing that there needs to be some grounding going on. And oh, yeah, yeah, there's some inner child work that needs to happen. It's like you're always going to be flying by the seat of your pants because this inner child is unhappy and wounded and hurt. And he or she needs your attention right now. He or she needs your attention so badly right now. You're going to have to start treating him or her better. So while we're talking about throat chakras, I need you guys to use your throat chakra to speak better to yourself and to your inner child. Put those thoughts into words. So if you're having a bad day and you're feeling like, you know what, no one's ever going to respect me, I need you to put voice and authority to that voice that can say, you know what, I am powerful. My thoughts and emotions do matter. This situation shall get better. Change gonna come in the morning. It sounds very simple. And I know a lot of us know these things about mantras and good self-talk and all this, but it doesn't work unless you do it. Even if you feel stupid, even if you don't believe it. When you look in the mirror in the morning, you say to yourself, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm capable. You have to put it to, you got to say it out your mouth and say it with your chest. All right, so let's talk about this inner child. Let's talk about this inner child. We got the King of Cups. It could be a father. We may have a father relationship that may have gone awry. He may not have been around. He may have been abusive. He may have held you to standards that you could have never, ever lived up to. He may have put you out. Some of y'all got put out in the streets at a very young age to fend for yourself. Yeah, it's just coming up as, it's almost like royal family vibes. How Prince Harry and Meghan had to like make a dash in the night and like really get out of a situation where people wanted to keep up appearances and they just had a plan for your life that you was not down with. And you felt alone. But I feel like a lot of you in your individuality, whether it was forced or of your own volition, a lot of you really learned who the fuck you were in that time. I see a lot of y'all leaving home early or having to grow up early, feeling like your childhood wasn't really a childhood. Sad. We got the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to put this in our recent past. I'm going to put that in our recent past. This is, it feels like a lot of you guys are coming to realize everything that I just said. Like just recently, you're starting to look at your childhood and be like, you know what? Damn, maybe that wasn't normal. Damn, remember when I used to like this and love this and I was good at this and I was good at that and my mom and daddy told me it was trash and it was never going to be nothing. I feel like a lot of you guys are reassessing your childhood and starting to go back to some of the talents and ambitions you had when you were a child. Yep. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys put something on hold in service to other people. It's making me sad too because, ooh, it's really making me sad because I feel like I'm getting the sense of a child with a big blooming heart who's full of life and full of love. And they have these parents who have just been brainwashed into the American dream or royalty, or it could be a church family, but it feels like an establishment. It has been established what kind of family this is going to be. And I don't give a damn what kind of artist you want to be. I don't give a damn if you want to be this or this or that. You going to do what we need you to do. And you sweated and you worked and you toiled over it. And you don't want to do that anymore. It's not bringing you any joy. I didn't know this was going to go down this path right here. Y'all making me sad. Just know that I feel for you. Like, whatever happened was not okay, guys. It wasn't okay. Oh, shoot. Near future. Near future. Ooh, we got some strength and we got the 2 of Pentacles. Baby, listen. It's going to get easier. Before you know it, okay. I feel like Spirit was telling me they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that everything's going to be all right. Like right now, y'all going through it. It's been rough on y'all, okay? But just know that I need you to keep pressing forward. There is a reward coming for you. I'm getting the word self-fulfilling prophecy. So you've been getting this self-fulfilling prophecy from this negative self-talk for so many years, and you don't understand that it can go the other way as well. Okay? So what we're going to do is turn that frown upside down. Okay? What we're going to do is change that negative self-talk into positive affirmations, because that's all you can do right now. If you're sad, you're laying in the bed depressed, whatever it is, use your voice and cry out unto the Lord. Cry out unto the Lord, and you declare what kind of person you are. You declare what kind of life you want to live. You declare these things while forgiving those who may have hurt you. And of course, guys, you know, this is a process. Some of you have been doing this for years. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. But the more you do it, the more you're going to get better at it. And what I'm hearing is that you need to celebrate the small victories. So if you get the gusto to tell your mama, no, I do not want a croissant for breakfast, mommy. I'm going to go eat McDonald's. Or I'm vegan now. You know, whatever that may be. Even if mama's not happy about it, you have to just celebrate yourself. Matter of fact, let's make it a little game. Sorry. Friday night in the city. Let's make it a little game. Let's see how many people you can piss off with your boundaries and with your sacred no. Okay? For the rest of the month, let's play the game of who I can piss off, how many people I can piss off with my boundaries and my sacred no. Every time you do it, you treat yourself. Every time somebody get mad at you, you treat yourself. Every time somebody try to guilt trip you, you treat yourself. Because you've been conditioned to believe that if you don't go along with the party, you're going to be left out in the cold. You're going to be abandoned. But guess what? I see a lot of y'all just moving on with your life and just motherfucking thriving. But there's only one way to find that out, and that is to do it. All right. What's the attitude of my water signs right now? Oh, the moon. A lot of things are coming up for you right now. A lot of things are coming up for you. I gotta unzip my pants, y'all. I ate some pizza and these jeans is cutting. Ooh. Release, baby. There's a lot of things coming up for y'all to release, okay? I think around the full moon, which I don't know right off the top of my head when that's going to be. We just had the new moon yesterday, I do believe, in Scorpio. So inevitably the full moon is a coming, and I feel like there's going to be a message in it for you guys. There's going to be some things that are revealed. Also, when I look at this card, I see people who are coming out of trance, who are starting to see the light of day and realizing that things aren't as dark as they once thought. I think a lot of you guys are going to see that you've been dealing with a toothless tiger. Okay? Outside influences. We got the Chariot and the Tower. And my thing is, you can burn up in this tower with your family, or you can move away. It's your choice. It's your choice. Because Spirit is not going to allow you to operate in this manner anymore. It's over. The time has come, and I wouldn't be surprised if judgment comes out. The time has come for you to do something different. And I'm getting something with your vocation or your job too. It's going to be some changing in your working relationships or your job or career. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. I think you're finding it risky to come from up under the umbrella of your family. It may be a financial risk because, again, we're going back to Harry and Meghan. They walked away from $1 billion conglomerate when they walked away from that royal family. And I feel like a lot of you are feeling like, what will I do without them financially? How will I make it in this city without my family? How will I keep my home without my family? And I'm just getting the sense that, like, I don't even think your father or your mother know how they're hurting you because you haven't told them. Like, I feel like it's really this fairy tale. And look, I look at the TV and I wish you could see it's like a picket fence with this couple standing there like cutting roses from that show You on Netflix. Like, just fake. It's not real. This happy family that you're walking away from is not real. I don't even think they know that you're this close to saying fuck it. You walking around moping, sad. And they're like, oh, he just needs some more money. Put some more money in his account. Well, I tell you what, when you get that promotion, you'll feel better, honey, won't you? And you're like, yeah. Oh, and what will the neighbors say? What will the people say if they find out that this family isn't as perfect as we made it look? Oh, divorce? Us, the pastor, and his wife getting a divorce? No. Impossible. That's the vibe I'm getting. But let's get an outcome for our water signs. What do you got for the water signs? Ooh, a coming back to self. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Six of Wands. That's a celebration. This is going to be a transformation. Like, I need you guys to understand that if it ain't real, it ain't worth it. Give yourself the opportunity. Give your family the opportunity to show who they really are. Be vulnerable enough to show who you really are. And see, don't you transform this situation. I ain't saying it's going to be today or yesterday or next week. But the transformation is going to be so miraculous. And we can't predict what it looks like. Let's get out of that, okay? Because guess what? Some people might go, some people might stay, but we got to put it in the Lord's hands. But the transformation is going to be beautiful if you allow it, if you don't try to control it, if you don't try to orchestrate other people's behavior. Guess what? Your mom and daddy might love that lie they live in, or they might not. But if they don't choose to change it, you can't do nothing about that. You can only do for yourself and allow and respect them to live in their truth and live on their journey. Earth is a school, guys. Like, everybody's in whatever grade they're in. You're the child, but you might be in the damn 12th grade and your parents is in the 7th grade. But you got to let them be what they're going to be. Now, let's get some advice. Advice. All right, first card I want for my beautiful Cancers. What advice do you have for Cancers in this beautiful water collective? What advice do you have for Cancers? Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Cancers. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Let's read, shall we? Lumeria. Where is it? 114. Lumeria or Lumeria or Mu is one of Earth's lost lands where heaven really was a place on Earth. A time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. There's that Garden of Eden again. A time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, in Lumeria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. I'm getting the sense of a soul who has incarnated on Earth who's not used to the fuckery of it all. Like, it's like this soul is like, well, why can't we all get along? Why we got so many secrets? Why we got so many lies? Why can't we just hug it out, you know? We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. Perhaps you are part of a transition team who at a soul level are devoted to creating the kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It is closer than you think. It's a very sensitive soul. This is a very sensitive soul, and I feel like Cancer, you may be covering it up with anger or alcohol too. Like, people might say you're a little angry, but really you're just a soft, little, delicate little teddy bear soul, and you're just trying to cope. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lumeria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible, and while at times it may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of the ancient lost land, and even Lumeria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you are doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around you is to first heal ourselves. Here is your Work Your Light transmission. It says, hold the card to your heart and say, I hold the codes of Lumeria and believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. That's beautiful. Thank you, Cancer. Let's move on to Pisces. Give me a message for beautiful Pisces. We got the initiation. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Got a little nose itch too. This is important. The initiation. The initiation. The initiation. Where you at? There it is. 68. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations like rites of passages mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. Pisces, you are where this fucking sadness is coming from. Like, I almost got choked up reading that. Because I don't feel like you let people know this deep feeling of grief that you're feeling right now. You make it look real easy. You make it look real. I just see you pressing on and just doing the work and taking care of the kids and taking care of the family and, you know, just being what other people need you to be. But it is through the it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it. And one day soon, you will bless the thing that broke you down. Wow. You will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Oh, God, guys, you are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you're closer than you think. Cross the threshold, Pisces. We need you to cross that threshold. We don't need you jumping through hoops and paying other people's bills and listening to other people's problems and this and this and that. This work that Spirit is asking you to do is what we need you to do. And that work is going to involve you saying, fuck you, hell no. All right? Because they pissing me off now. They messing with Pisces. Don't nobody be messing with Pisces now. Scorpio. Scorpio, what do we have for you? Scorpio, my dear Scorpio. In this beautiful Scorpio season. Hey, Daddy. Scorpio, what do we have for Scorpio? Give me some advice for Scorpio. Give me some advice for this sneaky little Scorpio hiding in the bush. Inner Temple. You are the Hermit card, Scorpio. When I was shuffling, it was a few cards that kept falling out and calling to my attention. And I did see the Hermit. And I was like, interesting. Someone's going within. It's you, Scorpio. I knew it. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. I knew that too. Whoo, little Scorpio. You little sensitive, sweet little baby, you. I don't know why you be running around acting like you're going to sting somebody when you really just want to hug them. Inner Temple. This just feels like a community of sacred little sacred little soft-hearted souls right now. Like, I feel like y'all are softening, water signs. And it's so funny because when I did air signs, I felt like air signs were not really softening, but strengthening. And my advice to them was to shut the fuck up. And for y'all, it's open your motherfucking mouth and speak your mind. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice. Chanting is great. Or to show up to your soul with rhythm. To develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you. And I feel like y'all are workaholics right now, Scorpio. You just on the daily grind, just making them donuts. Gotta make the donuts, gotta make the donuts. Same shit every day. Get up, go to work, come on back, or whatever the fuck you're doing. and it feels very monotonous. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. And y'all are deep, Scorpio, and I think again that's the fear. When Scorpio energy beckons you, bitch, you better be scared. Because just like that other card was talking about sacred places seeming scary, that's how I see Scorpio energy. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. But if anybody can do it, Scorpio, it's you. Like, y'all, I love how Scorpios can see the beauty in ugly shit like snakes and spiders and bats and cemeteries and like all these things, hookers and hoes. Look at Drake and all these fucking hookers and hoes he be fucking with. He see the best in everybody. And I think that's just a beautiful thing about y'all. So you are built for this shit, Scorpio. And I feel like you're the leader. Even though you're the quietest energy in this room right now, you are the leader, Scorpio, of this motherfucking water shit. Okay? We need you big and bold, and we need you brave, honey. If you have already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus toward devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Y'all the ones out here working and doing what you're supposed to do to feed them babies too. Y'all gonna see a change in your vocation, employment, career, work ethic. Something is changing around that. So, all right, that is our reading for the first half of November, or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. I might do a second one for the end of November. I might not, because honestly, guess what? I'm making my own rules in 2021. I'm not gonna be slaving over this tarot card shit, just like I wasn't about to slave over nobody's job. So catch me when you catch me, and I hope that you have a blessed and prosperous November. I love y'all. Okay, water signs, I'm proud of you and I love you, and I'll see you later. Peace out.